Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Man, West Virginia, where we are set for a big-time clash here between two top teams in their respective division as St. Joe comes in at 6-4. Man, at 7-2 this year, undefeated on their home floor, trying to defend it against one of the teams ranked very highly in Class A. Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Coach David Jones here with you tonight. And JJ, I haven't been the man yet this year. I know you've been over here quite a few times, so you know how big of an atmosphere this can be and how great of a crowd this can be. This should be a fun game here tonight.
Oh yes, and you're definitely in for a treat. I mean, the crowd is always incredible, and this is going to be a really good matchup. I've had the privilege of watching St. Joe along with Man as well, and you know, we already know that Tug Valley is going to go to Charleston. So the next team that's going to go is going to most likely be between these two. So this should be a really good matchup.
Yeah, that's one of the other things that this matchup can help determine a little bit tonight is some seeding perhaps later on this year. And that's one of the tough things about some of these regions right now is that, you know, you've got a couple of regions that maybe aren't as tough all the way around. They've got a good team, maybe two, but in this region that Man's in, you got 3-4 teams that are really difficult to try and deal with, and only two of them get to come out and go to Charleston.
See, I would call this like Murderer's Row,
yeah.
I guess you could say. And plus, I don't really know how the new region thing works. When I was in school, you know, you won your section and then you won region and only one team went to state.
Yeah.
And now it's like a super region or something like that. Do you know a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I tried to learn on the fly a little bit last year as it was all going on. But yeah, I mean, basically, you can finish runner-up in the region, don't even have to win the last game necessarily, and still get into Charleston at that point. But yeah, I mean, it is to try and expand the field, get some of the better teams into the field over in Charleston, so I definitely give the argument there. It does kind of take away some of the luster of what was sectional play and regional play and some of the importance of those games, but at the same time, I get what the SSAC was trying to accomplish with this and trying to get as many of the best teams over to Charleston as they could.
And I guess they have the understanding that, you know, sometimes anybody can have a good day.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're the better team. So this, again, like you said, it gives everybody a chance to get all of the right teams that are supposed to go to Charleston.
And I think we're going to get an answer here tonight as to who may be a front runner of those two, like you said, that maybe go along with Tug Valley later on this year. As Tug Valley not guaranteed a spot, but if we were betting men, which we are.
Yeah, we got problems, but that's for another conversation.
Yeah, we would definitely probably put Tug Valley in that realm right now, and I think you may be looking at one of the two teams that might be accompanying them later on this year. Well, we're going to step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll get things set for the tip-off here between St. Joe and Man as you are watching high school basketball action with us right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields.
For any of your financial needs, we encourage you to stop by one of our 5 convenient locations or apply online today at lbnt.com.
Whether you choose to stop by or visit us online, our team is here to help you every step of the way.
Buying a new home, expanding your business? Choose Logan Bank and Trust. Let's bank together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back here to Man, West Virginia. As you see the Hillbilly Pound over on the far side, the Goat Pound getting set. They've got tables over there, so I don't know if we're better to have a Buffalo Bills situation or not here, JJ, but they definitely pack a lot of punch over there on the far side. You see Trey Ward back over in the fan base and transferred to Chapmanville this year.
Looks like Kovac's over there, too.
Yeah, he's over there with him, so yeah, it's awesome he can still come back here to Man again. Used to play football, basketball here, and still rooting on his Hillbillies as we listen in to the starting lineups for both sides tonight.
Number 12, Grady Painter. Number 23, Isaiah Sanders. And number 30, Silas Allen.
There's the starting 5 for the St. Joe Irish, and now time for the Hillbillies to be introduced as the light show set to get us started here tonight as they'll make their entrance from the far side of the gym. Let's watch.
Oh, that classic 90s Bulls theme.
That'll bring you back in a second, JJ.
From North Carolina.
It's just embedded in the memory.
Yes.
Light shows all across the county here in Logan County with Logan Chapmanville and Man now. Very good light show from the Hillbillies as we now get ready for the playing of our national anthem. So let's listen in.
Oh, say, can you see? So proudly we hailed at the twilight
I'm just here for the national anthem guy. Like, wow.
Knocking it out again here tonight.
That's an incredible rendition.
Yeah, I tell you, we've been part of some great national anthems so far this year. Logan High Rock Band, Keith White.
Look at the Dallas drip he's got on, too.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that is some throwback stuff right there.
So it looks like number 12 for St. Joe is going to be tipping off against.
Yeah, that'll be Grady Painter.
Let's see who he's going to tip off against.
State championship coach T.J. Blevins talking with his crew over here. Again, nice turnaround for them after graduating so many of those championship members over the last couple of years, having to rebuild. Did a good job the last couple of years getting some of these guys ready to go, and now you get the addition of Grayson Sanders coming in from Logan. Has really helped this club go out to a 7-2 start as we're underway here tonight from Man High School. As Painter pull-up jumper right out of the gate, no good. Rebound on the backside by Eram. He'll bring it back out front to get started here. Full zone defense from the Hillbillies. Swing it over left side. Sanders dumps it off inside. Allen will give it back into the corner for Sanders, and he'll knock down a three. Isaiah Sanders right out of the gate gives St. Joe the early lead as they'll pressure full court. Sanders works it up ahead. Trying to find an opening with Vance. Now they'll dump it down low. Good positioning over to Frazier. Again, he's a sharpshooter from the outside, and there it is from Frazier. And Noah Frazier can fill it up in a heartbeat. And right there evens things up after the Isaiah Sanders three. St. Joe across the timeline. Elam dumps it off. Sanders, he'll try another three. This one from the left wing, and he'll bank it home. So there's a quick start for Sanders. 6 points right out of the gate and a 6-3 lead. Man breaking the pressure, a little bit of trouble, but able to find Frazier. Pass underneath may have been deflected by St. Joe, and it was, so it'll stay with the Hillbillies. Sanders will inbound underneath his own basket. There's no one moving to the ball. Now Frazier gives him an outlet as Sanders takes it to the free throw line, kicks it out top. Vance, he'll try a three. This one off the back of the iron, no good, and rebounded by Painter. They'll push into the front court, gives it over right side. Head fake by Allen. Gives it back top of the key. Three on the way, and that one knocked down by Keaton. So 3 3-pointers right here in the first minute 45 for the Irish, and now they force a turnover. Here they come into the front court, 2-on-1, and a couple of long steps from Painter. We call the travel. Again, just forgot to put the ball on the ground that time. Well, now we see what those tables are for over on the far side. The goat pounding away at them, trying to use those in distraction or helpful tonight for the Hillbillies. Give it out to Sanders. He'll jack up a three from the left wing. That one's short. Rebound tipped around underneath and taken by Allen. St. Joe pushes into the front court. Head fake by Eram. Kicks it out. Here's Sanders for a third time. This time won't get it. Rebound taken by Connor Booth underneath. Now Bryson Wingler will slow things up. Swing it over far side for Vance. Now top of the key. Three knocked down straight on by Connor Booth. So it's raining threes here in Man, West Virginia in the first 2.5 minutes of this game. 3 threes for the Irish, 2 threes for the Hillbillies. Eram gets into the middle, gives it into the corner now. Strong drive by Painter, get a little sidestep. They get it back out front. Pass to Eram, a little off, now goes back inside. Good position on the left block, count it, and the foul for Grady Painter. Even though it won't be a three-pointer, it'll be a chance for a three-point play now for the Irish, as we'd like to thank our sponsors here tonight. Keith's Bar and Grill, American Mine Services, Car Pros Service Center, Town Pharmacy Care, Hillbilly Fire Pit, 304 Salon, and United Insurance Solutions. Again, thanks to our first quarter sponsor, Keith's Bar and Grill. That's Painter able to convert on the three-point play. 12-6 now in favor of St. Joe. Under 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Swing it over to Frazier in the left wing. St. Joe looks to be in man-to-man. Looked like they were in a point zone for a second. And Sanders gives it off. Frazier gets to the free throw line, but no further. Has to get it back out to Booth. Swing it over into the corner. And a head fake, three on the way, and Connor Booth knocks down another. This has been uncanny, the three-point shooting here in this first quarter on both sides. And only two of the game added a three-point play to it on the back end. 12-9 now as they kick it into the corner. Trying to find an opening. Keaton will kick it back far side. Sanders shovels it off, and that'll be a turnover on the Irish. Man able to force the first turnover of the game against St. Joe. Now we hit the midway point of quarter number one, and the Hillbillies chance to tie it up with another three on this trip. Skip it over for Frazier, corner three. This one off the front iron. Rebound fought for by Wengler. He's able to get it. Kicks it back out. Frazier fakes. Good recovery that time by Keaton on defense. Now Sanders ties it with a three. Grayson Sanders from downtown adds his name to the scorebook. And we're all leaving at 12 apiece. Start to this game as now a steal taken away as Frazier got his hands in. Sanders up ahead to Frazier. He'll lay it in for the first lead for the Hillbillies. 14-12 as this man defense coming up with back-to-back turnovers and converting on both to grab their first lead of the contest. Over near side, head fake by Elam. He'll dump it into the middle. Allen. Can't find anything, kicks it back out. They went for a three, and he'll knock it down. The fourth of this quarter for St. Joe, four for Chapman, or for Man rather as well. 15-14 in favor of St. Joe. Out top with it, Vance will bring it over, gives it off to Booth. Now to Sanders. St. Joe trying to come out and flash. I'd be surprised to see both sides not trying to extend their defenses right now. As Booth again from the corner, and again another three. This has been red-hot shooting from downtown from both clubs here in the opening period. The best we've seen so far this season. 17-15 in favor of Man. Allen backs up, fires into the corner. Back out now. Keaton head fakes, and he'll be called for a travel with it. The second turnover on him. Wengler will check out now for the Hillbillies. Adix Martin will check in. 2:10 to play in the first quarter. Man with a 2-point lead as Sanders. Nice backdoor to Frazier. Dumps it off underneath. Now running out of real estate as Martin trying to get it out of there. Had it knocked away from him. He tried to save it and was out of bounds with it. Good passing to set up that look for Martin, but St. Joe did a great job recovering. Being able to shut that possession down as both sides giddy to get stops at this point with the shooting that both sides have put on here in the first quarter. On the left side, Elam kicks it out front to Keaton. Now back to Elam. He'll try a three left wing. That one got halfway down and popped out as Vance grabs the board. Across the timeline, gives it off to Sanders. Sanders will dribble back out towards midcourt, reset here as both sides taking a breath for a change here in this opening period. It's just seen flamethrowers from all over the place from downtown. Frazier behind his back, almost lost the dribble as Ewan trying to pick his pocket. Now pass out front, intercepted and taken away by Sanders. He'll take it the other end and slam dunk for Isaiah Sanders. He's got 8 here in this opening quarter, and we're all square again at 17. St. Joe trying to extend that defense a little bit more right now after a hot shooting start here by the Hillbillies. Sanders going to pull a three right in the face of Ewan. That one off the front of the iron and taken by Painter. Final 43 seconds of the opening quarter. Far side, Allen dribbles to the free throw line. Nice entry pass and able to find Elam on the backside. 2-point lead back for the Irish. Under 30 seconds left here in the quarter. See one coming out, contesting Sanders. Sanders now looking for help here as he tries to get rid of it and finally does to Frazier. Frazier going to be fouled from behind. They haven't had many whistles here in this first quarter. That'll be the first team foul against St. Joe. Only one team foul against the Hillbillies as they got Painter on the reach-in. So 14.6 seconds left here for the Hillbillies. Trying to see if they can tie or take the lead into the second quarter. Nice inbounds pass to Frazier from Sanders, and Frazier with a driving layup to tie it. Final 6 seconds now across the timeline. Keaton gives it over far side with 2 seconds. Now in the corner for Painter at the horn. Too strong, and that'll close out a wild first quarter with Man and St. Joe all even at 19 apiece. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
At Logan Regional Medical Center, our comprehensive inpatient rehabilitation program helps get you back to living life. With an 8-bed unit for patients 18 and over, our caring team of doctors, nurses, and rehabilitation specialists work with you, providing a full line of services to help you restore your capabilities and get you back home and back to living. Logan Regional Medical Center, providing inpatient rehabilitation close to home.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
Chris Kidd, J.J. Pruitt, Coach David Jones here with you this evening, and what a hot shooting start we had to that first quarter, J.J. Both sides just burying threes all over the place.
I would love to know the percentage, honestly.
Oh, it's got to be over 50%.
Yeah, 50, 65 at least.
It is. I mean, it was unreal. Man knocking down 5 3-pointers. St. Joe knocking down 4 with a 5th being a 3-point play. And now we had the quarter number 2, fittingly all tied up at 19. And Sanders will get it at the top of the key. Over for Frazier. Now they're inside to Wingler. Wingler powers his way up, and he'll be fouled on the shot. So that'll send him to the free throw line. So this will be a good adjustment for Man, though, if they start working inside a little bit. You can see St. Joe trying to close out a little bit more, extend their defense on those 3-point shots. And now we'll see if Man elects to try and tack down low with Wingler and company.
The height-wise, both of these teams are very evenly matched, too.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's really no height or size advantage on either side. They seem to be matched up pretty well and pretty evenly so far. Wingler trying to knock down the second one for the lead. Both too strong. Now Wingler, though, gets his own rebound back after a couple of tips. Out to Frazier. He'll load his gun for a 3, but this one too strong. Rebound comes down on the backside to Sanders. Sanders will bring it across the timeline. Slams on the brakes. Gives it off underneath. Back out to Sanders. He had a hot first quarter with 8 points. Now over to Eram as he'll back things out. He and Frazier ready to go one-on-one here. Now Eram looking for a screen. Gets it from Allen. Frazier did a good job getting underneath it there and forcing the pass. As Eram gets it back, he'll load up for a 3. This one off to the left. Rebound knocked away as Martin couldn't control it. Put back up by Eram, no good. Now Sanders battles for the rebound inside. Took it away from Runyon. What a strong board by Sanders as he pushes up the left side. Gives it off to Wingler, drives in. Little floater won't fall, and rebound taken away by Runyon. They'll get it up ahead to Sanders, one-on-one with Booth, and lost the ball. I don't know if he thought someone was flashing to the corner or if he just lost it because of Booth in his way, but that'll be a turnover nonetheless. Like we talked about, defense may become a bigger part of the story here in this second quarter, and thus far, defense is winning out in the second period. Sanders drives in. Gets caught, looking, nice backdoor to Frazier. Reverse layup, won't spin home though, as Redmond grabs the rebound. And Sanders and Frazier have hooked up on that backdoor several times thus far here in the first half, and really done it to perfection so far, as Allen is going to be hit on the way up. And that'll be a foul, and I'll send him to the free throw line. This will just be the second and third free throw shot by St. Joe. Only 2 shot by man so far. So we want to thank our sponsors here tonight: Keith's Bar and Grill, American Mine Services, Car Pro Service Center, Town Pharmacy Care, Hillbilly Fire Pit, 304 Salon, and United Insurance Solutions. I want to thank our second quarter sponsor, 304 Salon, for helping bring us the action here tonight. Allen split on the free throws, and now no whistle underneath as man comes away with it. Frazier driving in, kicks it out. Sanders retreats, three-point line, buries it. Grayson Sanders with 3-pointers in the first and the second quarter. He's got 6 now. 2-point lead for the Hillbillies with 5:42 left in the half. Sanders kicks it over far side. Nice head fake by McDowell. Gives it off to Runyon. We get a whistle in the interior. It looks like they're going to whistle Frazier on that foul. And they didn't reset the team fouls, I don't believe, at the end of the first quarter on the scoreboard. So I'm not sure if they'll be accurate or not here in the second period. As nice ball movement over in the corner to Sanders. Can't get the roll as Runyon gets the board back, and a travel going to be called on St. Joe again. So that's 3 travels here in the first half against the Irish, as Landon Cantrell will check into the game. Frazier will get a breather. Frazier's been putting in a lot of work out there so far in this first half. St. Joe will counter here as Allen and Eram will both get a breather, with Frazier going to the bench. So they'll bring Keaton back along with Painter. A man with a 2-point lead and the ball on this trip. Sanders gives it off to Booth. Again, Booth, 3 3-pointers in that first quarter. Now to Sanders. Does he want to test his luck from this deep? He'll drive over to his left. Gives it off to Vance. Vance. Nice fake pass over to Sanders, left wing 3. This one off to the side. Rebound tipped and taken by Runyon. A good setup that time by the Hillbillies, just couldn't get it to fall. On the far side, Keaton gives it over 3, loaded up. This one off the mark for McDowell. Long rebound in the corner. Good effort by Runyon to try and get over and save it, but it'll be out of bounds off of St. Joe. Again, we're down to 4:36 and counting in this first half. Again, 19-19 after the first quarter. Thus far here in the second quarter, just 3-1. Defenses on both sides dominating the second quarter of play, as both head coaches doing a great job of adjusting. And Sanders backs it up again. He's got range to shoot this deep if he wants to. Let's see if he gets a running head start here. Drives in, tries to go inside and out, now trying to get rid of it, and we're going to get a tie-up called. So he's trying to find Cantrell, but that'll give it back over to St. Joe. Again, man has stayed in this zone throughout this first half so far. Again, this is St. Joe team. We see how good they are at passing, how great their playmaking is. Man trying to limit that as much as they can with this zone here tonight. So up top, Sanders goes into the middle for Runyon. Back out, 3 on the way, and this one knocked down by Keaton. His second 3 of the game. He's got 6 points, and the Irish back into the lead. Booth out top. He's going to try one from deep. This one just off the mark. Rebound taken as Keaton looks up ahead, able to find Sanders. Sanders stops, pops a jumper, and he'll knock it down. Sanders into double figures now as they go up ahead to Vance. Vance trying to get inside, gives it off to Cantrell, kicks it back out. Wingler will try a 3. This one's short. Rebound taken away by Keaton, has a poked away by Booth, but Keaton gets it back. So give it off into the middle, pull-up jumper, Sanders again, and he'll knock another long two down. And that's going to draw a timeout here by T.J. Blevins with 3:04 to go in the first half. As this is the largest lead of the game for either side, or actually 6 points was the largest lead for St. Joe, but that's been the largest lead of the game so far, JJ. And right now, I think with just the turnovers and the pace, Coach Blevins wants to try and slow things down and get his kids back in order here.
I think that's a smart decision. I mean, St. Joe clearly has the momentum. They're knocking down shots from everywhere, you know, from the three-point range to the mid-range to, you know, getting the easy layups. I mean, they're just clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, it's like we talked about coming in. This was going to be a very athletic, very disciplined St. Joe team to go up against. So far, man's been there to withstand the test.
They've held their own.
And now's whenever they know that they've got to try and stymie any momentum at any point in this half to try and stay with St. Joe. Now here come the Hillbillies. It's a 7-0 run for St. Joe in the last minute or so. Sanders gives it over for Booth. Booth to the free throw line, kicks it out past deflected, but it goes right to Sanders. Sanders will take it to his left, gives it off in the corner. Cantrell trying to pull up here as he tried to get rid of it at the free throw line, had it blocked, and we're going to have a foul here on Wingler. It looks as if we are. So they're going to push on Bryson Wingler. 2:37 to go in this first half. It's going to be a pivotal 2:37 for the Hillbillies, trying to stay with St. Joe here in this contest tonight. Keaton will bring it across the timeline. Dribbles inside, kicks it into the corner. Good ball movement over to Sanders for a three. That one just rolls out, and now we get a whistle on the back end. And it looks like we're going to get a foul here against the Irish. Get that foul on Runyon. That'll be just the second team foul of this quarter for St. Joe. 3 against the Hillbillies thus far. Sanders will give it over far side to Vance. Now up top, as newly into the game for the Hillbillies is Zach Sansom. They lob it down low for Wingler. Got good position. Couldn't get the shot off in time, and a foul going to be against the Irish. They're going to get that foul on Noah Keaton. Sanders looking to get it in. Tried to force it over far side to Vance and intercepted by Keaton. Keaton brings it across the timeline, lost control of it, but it goes right over to Painter. Painter now to Sanders, back up top. Painter swings it into the corner now. McDowell, little floater on the way up, and he'll knock it down. Now a 9-0 St. Joe run here in this second quarter. Sanders inside, turn around in the paint, can't get it to fall. Booth with a strong rebound, and then he'll be fouled from behind with 1:32 left in the half. As checking in for the Hillbillies. It'll be Adix Martin as Wingler will check out. Get it in near side for Sansom. Drives to the wing, pull-up jumper online all the way, but too strong. Painter, he was looking for a baseball pass up ahead to try and set something up, but then thought better of it. Sanders will walk it across the timeline with 1:15 left in the half. Yes. Finally, one of these two teams has had some sustained success in this first half, and now Sanders is going to dribble around until man came out to contest. There's a three, it's up, it's good, and a foul. It's knocked down from the far side by Painter. And he's fouled on the play, it looks like, by Martin. Painter had a three-point play in the first quarter, now a chance for a four-point play to really balloon this lead. He's able to connect. 7 points for Painter. has the largest lead of the game now. It's a 13-0 run for St. Joe since Man led it 22-20. Trying to spin inside. Vance lost his footing, now loses the ball as he tried to get it over to Sanders. Sanders somehow able to rip it away from Isaiah Sanders. Now goes inside for Booth. Tough take up for Connor Booth, and he's able to get it to fall. That finally ends the 13-0 run for the Irish. We're down to 22 seconds and counting in this first half. Irish going to try and hold for one here. Zeeland on the left side with 10 seconds left. Sansom sneaking out on him. Now looking for a screen, takes it over to his right, dribbles in, gets it over to Painter with 2 seconds. Clock paused as Painter's jumper off the mark, and that'll do it for the first half of action, with St. Joe closing on a key 13-2 run to take a 33-24 lead into halftime. Coach JJ and I are going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have some first half stats and analysis for you here from Mam, West Virginia, as you're watching high school basketball action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Smokey Armstrong here from United Motorsports of Belfry. Looking for your next adventure? We've got the motorcycles, side-by-sides, and ATVs needed to take your riding to the next level. Whether you're hitting the track, enjoying the trails, exploring the open road, or seeking comfort and style, we've got you covered with trusted brands like Honda, Polaris, and Kawasaki. At United Motorsports, we're not just about selling power sports, we're passionate about helping you find the perfect ride. Our team will work with you to customize your vehicle, offer expert advice, and provide top-notch service. No matter where your adventure takes you, ready to get started? Call us at 606-237-7311 or visit www.unitedmotorsportsbelfry.com or stop by today. Your next ride is waiting.